Very tricky first corner, then that wonderful run. Sector 2 starts with the turn 3 hairpin, lots of overtaking. Then it comes and starts twisting around the lakes, and you get to the most technical sector, the third sector, that completes
3 different ponds. This way, and now about to start its first flying lap with a different engine note entirely, the BMW M4. Takayuki Kinoshita still at the bottom of the charts. Just below Brian Lee, they're both on their first flying lap, but kayaking wet. Turn 5, again, a wide runoff area. Frank Yu, again, wide at 5 down. No response from Kinoshita because he's brought his very best, so Angelo Negro stays in that 5th place. So at the end of the session, Takayuki Kinoshita, 1 minute 44.358 seconds in that jazzy, snazzy looking BMW Team Studie M4 at the end of the year in the GT3 class. Like a little bit of for the same team, Racing Spirit team. Stays with the team, but this year he's got Moncon sat good. So Frank, you will be looking on from the Craft Bamboo 1/10 of a second, almost precisely. There he is in the 81 BMW. Try and take the class pole. And effectively, it means they'll be starting slow as 6 cars, simply the nature of what they're up against far more powerful and more aerodynamically effective GT3 sisters. Where is the pace coming? The BMW number 81 at the top of the charts. Really, really well balanced pairing. Tight out on the circuit. Loads of space in the BMW driver, but Jean-Marc Merlin really had to brake very late indeed to get into turn 5, going past one of the 2. Lights go green and the drivers kick off onto their formation lap. It's looking strong for Porsche with 4 cars in the top 6 positions, an Audi and Mercedes. But it's the road racing, looking out, the lights are all red on the start gantry. They've been held a long time in such a tight final corner. Waiting. When it's red, gonna go to green. Will we have another rocket start from pole? Not necessarily. It's 3 abreast, 4 abreast behind. And here's the GT4 battle. Takayuki Kinoshita, no stranger to the lead of the class. He's eking his way clear. Brian Lee in the number 11, that metallic blue Mercedes, keeping him in sight gradually. Let's see the lap times last time round. The difference between them was a half a second, and I suppose they've completed to the Takayuki Kinoshita. How far clear of the best of Cayman GT4 class? That's bringing up the rear at the moment. Number 80, Hong Kong South Empirical. Don't forget that'll be 15 seconds extra at the standstill before Philippe Hamprek can take it over. Or this extra amount of time in the pit. So GT4 class leader Breck and Rump are together on the circuit.
1 second insufficient mandatory pit stop time. Car 991 second stop and go penalty.
Well, Claire, when you caught up with Darryl O'Young, he wasn't a face full of smiles. He was frustrated, couldn't find the grip, wanted to at least hang on to second place, couldn't do that, and now his car 1 second short in the pit stop time. Disaster, because Christina Nielsen at the moment just moved up to 7th place. Came out in 3rd position in class. They managed to drop the GTO racing. Mercedes, Tony Fong's 8.5 seconds back off his tail, but the clock is running down, and they're getting off racing line as the open road racing Porsche comes through. You have to let the faster cars come through, but every time Yakucha gets a little bit closer to Jean-Marc Merlin.
The car out circuit.
Yeah, well that's actually Kuto, which looks 12th place. You're going to find 5 seconds on Kanstak and Siri. That ain't going to happen. But this is one of the best battles. This is the Metzger. Claire's going to race downstairs to catch them with the spin early on. Only 12th place for him. Drivers coming up to the GT4 podium. Gingerly gives the GT4 victory for Craft Bamboo Racing and Mercedes. Final one's just starting to assemble. 30 cars coming out to play. The grandstand filling up beneath much down on the grid. You can see BMW Team Studie going for a team photo in their very natty gear. Delighted to say that absolutely cracking start. They're being held. The last car's round the final corner, and finally red becomes green. Out of our window to the far distance to turn 3, and I think Chris Van Drift may have made that move stick. Certainly we can see the car in the leaders race, Alessio Picariello. This is the GT4 battle we're looking at on our screens, and it's Sunaka Jakuchu, green winged Mercedes. It's running second in that GT4 class.
soon.
Likely to pick them up. Imperatori did hold on to turn 3 to attack from Chris van der Drift and remains in that through. No, he doesn't come into the pits. He stays out. Here's the GT4 class leader. Sunaka Jukunchu will hand over, running off the side of that 888 Mercedes. But Jeffrey, let's see what his advantage is. It's only 0.8. Great description of how it happened. But I think you have to feel for Mercedes and Prince Jeffrey being given, well, you'd have to say no blame to Prince Jeffrey there. I'm afraid Jeffrey Lee an advantage for the race leader, 918 over the 912 Porsche Motorsport, who's leading the AM class today. Vitana Motorsport, so John-Sewat Nassar-Bahame sitting pretty in 11th place overall. That is impressive. But of course, this is the field of the car that is leading the race. It's going to be Porsche from Porsche. And is it even going to be the BMW in the lead of the race? Because cutting up the inside, trying to go round turn 11 they go. It's got to be late braking for the final corner. 4 car lengths behind, far too far back for the Mercedes to make a bid. But he's having a look, but just enough. Wise corner angle there from Takayuki Kinoshita. But GTO Racing, second now, Takayuki Kinoshita, who's leading the duo out is Sunaka Jukuchu, who is following. But that was super class, right there in the thick of the action. Many championships. Delighted Alexander Imperatori, and up into third place, and pushed very hard by the driver who won, Vutikon in Trafuvasak. Fast and furious here. 2 different winning crews over the course of the weekend.